wanted to record a video during my favorite Rant song. Trisha's here. Say hi, Trisha.
Trapped in I'm enclosed, but I'm complete. I'll open all the windows. Jefferson Airplane, I'm trapped in I'm enclosed.
I'm showing her my favorite Reliant K album. Oops, how do I frame that? Should I sit a little closer? Go back a little bit. To undergo a change of heart, a change to clothes.
Stare out the window.
Make the calls, I cover my ears. No, nothing. I'll make the calls, you cover your ears. Niagara Falls still flows.
I'll make the calls, you cover your ears. Niagara Falls still flows on New Year's. I'll save your plunging neckline, kiss your face, you try to deck mine.
This is kind of, I guess now that I'm thinking about it, this is like the song that I wrote. Fucking, no, I'm just kidding. That'll help. Fucking All the Pieces. That's the one. All the Pieces. It's like opposite. I never found that out because I don't listen to this album enough. Two Left Still Make a Right, but Three Do is Reliant K's best record. Because it's the first one I ever listened to, but it's also perfect. It's perfect. And Forget Not to Slow Down is perfect. And is perfect. And Air for Free is perfect. What I've discovered. Perfect albums. Perfect.
Confuse me more than anyone. An adjustment has begun, so let me feel the desperate need to leave what we undid undone. And maybe you could sympathize with the bags under my eyes and see the signs are saying that we have used up all our tries to be a better person, to be a better friend, to be a better son.
This has a lot of meaning right now.
You try to be a better someone that understands the difference, and that he can see all the people, all the things that really mean as much as he could. Feels like I don't remember ever being this tired before now. My eyes were closed to all of the beauty in this world. Cause when it's colder, I feel much better when I cry on my own shoulder. Just throw on a sweater and go.
My teeth aren't looking that bad. That's good. This is the only mirror I have in my house.
I find myself able to fly away without magic feathers or Jefferson airplanes. I've got with me all that I need.
That's the album, guys. I'm not going to listen through the outro. I want to pause it real quick. real quick. If I can get around this fucking thing. I need a beer. I need a beer. Give me a beer. How do you charge? Disappointed you don't know how to use the fridge. And push Josh's food down. That's a big piece of the puzzle. You have to push the cat's food down when you get home and whenever it's not pushed down, or else she'll make a big deal about not being able to eat the food. It needs to be a like a mound. So currently in my life, I have this job that I'm working, and I've worked for it for about like a year and probably 3 months, and I've learned a lot, and I'm happy that I'm able to do some of the stuff that I did when I was a kid to make money, but in a more professional sense, and learning equipment, and I get to see miracles every day. The people I've met have become some of my closest friends, and I really do appreciate all of that stuff, but I feel like there's a huge piece of me that's missing, because I'm able to go to work, I'm able to be there for all my friends and show up and do all this stuff, but a lot of my own stuff falls to the wayside, and in such a way where I feel like it just piles up to the point where I can't even do that whole David Allen getting things done, processing thing, because it's just, I don't have time for it or the energy. I also beat myself up like to a pulp every day, and I'm at that point. I don't have teammates here like I was joking about earlier with Cheshire doesn't really clean the house when I'm gone, and she doesn't even. I've asked her like 3 times like this week to clean the kitchen or do dishes and stuff, but that cat doesn't do anything. And I know I have that as my responsibility. Some of my friends have offered, hey, we can help you do all this stuff, and I'm like, no, I'll get it done. And I get it done in like spurts when I get the energy, but most of the time I don't really have the energy. I don't really have motivation to do certain things that don't feel like the most pressing matters, and I think that's normal, but I want to be more proactive on the stuff that's actually bothering me and not complain about my job. Like, I made a video last night, and I was just writing through my company review form, or employee review form. I was really reviewing the company, though, to be honest. And I woke up today a little jaded, even though I got the work done and did everything I needed to do. I'm trying to hit more of a clear view of why I'm dissatisfied, or why I don't understand this time in my life. Like, why am I confused right now, or why don't I see a dream or a vision or a future in one way or another? Not a future, but I'm not looking too far ahead. Sometimes I feel like I'm I don't know, just barely hanging on with, and just like, I almost feel like God's just moving my feet to do these projects, right? Like, I just move to the next thing, move to the next thing, move to the next thing. And that is the miracles I'm talking about. Like, stuff gets done, and it gets done very well. I'm proud of all the jobs and all the work that I've done for this company. But I think it's just a stepping stone, because I don't know where exactly I'll be, but I'm scared to death that if I stay here too long, it's gonna fucking kill me, Because you know how much like Roundup I've gotten on me, like poured down my back. For the past year, I've been probably covered with at least 2 gallons of Roundup, You know what I mean? And people think like, oh, that's the shit that killed my dog, or that's the shit, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Like, man, I get that on my skin every day. So, and I'm getting paid less than a Target worker, less than a McDonald's employee. And that was some of the, Jess just looked at me, she's like, don't complain. I'm like, nah, you're right. I don't want to complain, I just want to move on to the next thing before I die, you know? I want to be able to shave and take care of myself. I showered today. I took a nap, but I still look fucking ragged, haggard, even. But I'll be back a little later. I was gonna throw a record on real quick, but I don't want to talk too long. Oh, but one thing that was important this morning was not sitting in a tension of fear or that I'm in the wrong place or anything else. Like making sure I focus on those miracles of, hey, don't forget all the good stuff that's come from this, you know, and not to settle into it, but to take those things and then continue on the trajectory. Like take the strength that you found in whatever situation of life you've been in, whether it's been the past year or 2 years or 3 years or 10 years or whatever, and all of its tools that, you know, activate your DNA to things that you never even you didn't know was in you, you know. So then you experience these different sides of life, and I feel like I'm in a different side of life every 6 months, to be honest, and I'm happy for that. But I really don't understand why we even have during the day these like heavy judgments over ourselves. It seems like we have to overcome. I feel like everything seems to be a soul lesson in life, like more than a you know, physical, like worrying about the job or other things. All of it has to do with the spiritual side of, or even emotional, psychological side of these things that we've been holding on to for so long, and then they come out when you're doing work or when you're in the zone or other things. And dude, that's what I've actually learned. When you're in the zone and you are keeping a positive attitude, it's actually the way to go. Like if ever you're in a like, not neglect, but whenever you're neglecting the present and the people around you, and I would even say my own apartment or other things, it's a stimulus to change too. I still got the cold, guys. Whenever you're neglecting the stuff in front of you and succumbing to fear, I feel like you're gonna create more hell for yourself if you act out of that place. And I didn't do it today because I had some friends encourage me out of it, and I'm happy for that. And I keep having friends encourage me out of it, and it's made me have a whole different philosophy over life and what the mind is compared to the emotions, and what the spirit is compared to the emotions. I feel like spirit inspires, the mind puts together, and then the emotions are the first line of defense. Like emotions are that whole like, oh, this is how I feel right now, and this is like this has happened before and it's not been good, blah blah blah, like just be careful, blah blah blah. But as long as you have presence of mind in the spirit, that you're the spirit of God right now, and God's showing you you know, images in front of you constantly, and then putting it then into the mental and then into the physical world, like acting physically towards it, then you're actually kind of, and I didn't break that down like most philosophers or spiritualists do, but it's just on the top of my head right now. But that's all I gotta say about that. I'll let you go, guys. I don't know why I've been thinking about all this. This is just a one-off video anyway, but I love you all, and take care of yourselves. Peace.